What is the price of your peace? What does it cost you to attain a state of consciousness, a state of awareness, of experiencing your life in a peaceful way, in a contented way, in a way that doesn't have fear or anxiety, that doesn't have a sense of loss, a sense of grief, a sense of worry? What does it cost you to get there? Well, first, let's talk about peace. So, peace is the stillness of your mental thought stream, the sweetness of your experience, and the calmness and steadiness of your emotions. The misconception is that this is what you're trying to attain, that this is what you have to get to, that this is what you have to find, first of all, find someone that sells it, and then purchase it. And that's not how it works. The truth is that peace is your natural state. This form of experience of life is what you're supposed to be experiencing. It's like silence. Silence is not something that only occurs when all of the noise goes away. Silence exists right now. If you listen to it, there is silence. I can hear the sound of the air conditioning unit. I can hear the sound of the birds. I can hear the sound of traffic. I can hear the sound of my own voice. I can hear the sound of my breathing. But I can also hear silence. And I can choose to focus my experience on silence. And this is the same way it is with consciousness. You have a stream of thoughts, and those thoughts generate emotions in you, and you go up and you go down. And your mind gets your attention, and your attention gives you emotions and feelings, and then that creates physical sensations, and that creates tensions and hypertensions, and then it creates disease. And also, there is the awareness of that comes prior to all of that. If you've watched my recent videos, I've put up a few short videos on being, and being is that state where you recognize the consciousness that is the foundation behind all of these thoughts and emotions and thoughts and emotions and thoughts and emotions and tension and headaches and all that stuff. Prior to all of that, you have your natural state. It is your birthright to live in this state. And this state is where it is what can be referred to as the kingdom of heaven. It's the place that where everything exists. It's the God consciousness, the Christ consciousness. It's the consciousness of your higher self, of your spirit, where everything, you have everything. So there is no lack, there is no want. You have no fear. You understand your connectedness with life, so you have no grief, you have no fear of loss. It's a state of peace. You're not yanked up and down. You're not saying, okay, today I'm going to be sad, now I'm going to be angry, this thought makes me furious, this thought makes me worried. It's prior to all of that. It's in the gap between two thoughts. And if you can experience that gap, then you experience peace. So what a lot of people think they have to do is that they have to learn how to experience or discipline themselves to experience this gap. And that's not it. You're putting the focus on the wrong thing. What you have to realize is that you are being tricked by the mind. If you've ever seen The Silence of the Lambs, the first one, Hannibal Lecter talks to the guy in the next cell all night and makes him do something horrible because the guy can't stop listening to him. And that's what's happening with your mind. Your mind is distracting you from the peace. Your mind, Your mind is a tool that was given to you to achieve something, like your body. When I need to do something, I have my body. When I need to process something, I have my mind. And in between that, I have my consciousness of peace, calm, bliss. But instead, your mind does the only thing it knows how to do, which is to think, to present a thought to you, and to make sure that that thought is based on the illusion of separation. So it will always be a thought that is rooted in fear. It will always be, don't forget to do this. What about that? That wasn't fair. That shouldn't happen. I don't think this is going to work out, etc., etc., etc. And you have mistaken yourself for that stream of thoughts. And you jump right in. There are many people that don't even know that there is a stream of thoughts. They don't even know that they're thinking. And there are people who don't know that they're thinking more or less the same thoughts in a loop over and over. The thoughts that your mind will throw out any number of thoughts at you, but it will throw out the ones that attract your attention the most, the ones that I call sticky. So, what are those thoughts? Those are the ones that have pain. They're your favorite pain. Let's be honest, it is your favorite pain. For me, my favorite pains are a sense of injustice. I am being taken advantage of, someone else is being taken advantage of, the political system is rigged, the economy is unjust, my employer is not fair. Those thoughts are guaranteed to grab my attention. I also have thoughts of fear, fear about money, fear about lack, fear about not enough. What if this doesn't happen? What if I don't get it in time? What if this is not enough money? Those are my favorite thoughts, my favorite pains, my favorite fears. And I experience, when I am presented with the opportunity to experience bliss and peace and stillness, my mind goes, oh, what will get her attention? And my mind will present thoughts in those two categories for me. And I will sell my peace for those thoughts. And that is the price of my peace. That is the price of my peace. So if you've been following, if you've been reading things like Eckhart Tolle, if you're on the spiritual path, you are aware of this, right? I want to highlight two things. One, you do not have, well, it's the same thing, really, said in two different ways. You do not have to focus on holding the peace. You have to focus on recognizing when you have slipped into unconsciousness, recognizing that the mind has tricked you yet again with the juiciest form of pain, your favorite form of pain to think about. And once you do that, you just drop it. You do not get into a fight with the mind. You do not wrestle it. You just simply drop it. And you say, oh, sorry. And you drop it. I literally say sorry. And I imagine myself dropping it and stepping back. And that's it. Is that enough? Yes, it is. Again, to quote Eckhart Tolle in The New Earth, the thing that snaps you out of it is the arising consciousness. The thing that points out your unconsciousness is the arising consciousness. Trust it, surrender to it. And every time you get awakened in your unconsciousness, in your addiction to this pain form or this thought stream, recognize that that is your spirit yanking you back home, and be grateful. Do nothing else. Just simply say thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Drop it. Step back. That's it. And every time you surrender by acknowledging, thanking, and stepping back, it becomes easier and easier to happen again and again. Your spirit is calling you home. Your spirit is coming to get you and holding you through this entire process. Everything will be okay. Just allow it and thank it when it happens. I hope this was helpful. Have a wonderful day, everyone.